recognize two individuals for their service to Illinois high school athletics. It is my honor to introduce to you our 2014 Hall of Fame inductees. Our first inductee is Mr. Dale Doehring. Dale is represented tonight by his widow, Marie Doehring, their daughter Kimberly, and their son Dirk and his wife Angie, and current athletic director and head football coach at St. Joseph Ogden High School, Dick Duvall. For 1/4 of a century, Dale Doehring served as athletic director at St. Joseph Ogden High School. Dale was known for his leadership and commitment to SJO. Prior to becoming the AD, Dale spent 8 years as the head football coach and 7 years as the head boys basketball coach at SJO. Dale transitioned into the role of athletic director in 1979, where he then spent the next 25 years turning St. Joe into a powerhouse athletic program. His leadership helped provide and develop outstanding extracurricular programs that ensured a quality experience for the student athletes and coaches at St. Joe. During the Dale Doehring era, SJO's teams won 61 regionals, 36 sectionals, 1 super sectional, and 6 state titles. St. Joe also had 43 state qualifying teams and 5 state placing teams, not to mention the multiple individual state placers and state champions. In addition to his career as AD, Dale was also a very well-respected basketball official. He officiated the IHSA Girls State Tournament in 1994, 95, and 96. Jeff Millis, athletic director at Westville, said he was instrumental in forming a new conference, which helped many football programs survive and thrive in our area. He was an excellent mentor to the athletic directors in Champaign and Vermilion counties. He convinced most of us to join the IADA and attend the state conference. As with many athletic directors, Dale simply got the job done with little recognition. He did so many things that benefited coaches and athletes that many people will never even know about. Jim Acklin, current St. Joseph Ogden superintendent and former cross-country and track coach, said, Dale Doehring could be described as old school. He didn't like white shoes, headbands, or flashy uniforms. He was also strongly opinionated, but as coaches, we always knew where we stood with Dale. Dale wanted what was best for the students at St. Joseph Ogden High School. The school and the community are indebted to Dale Doehring. He made a lasting impression on St. Joe's athletic programs. And as I was reflecting, I started my teaching career at St. Joseph Ogden High School a long, long time ago, nearly 20 years ago. I was hired right before school started. My 3rd day of teaching at St. Joseph Ogden High School, I was approached by Dale Doehring and Mike McKenzie. Dale, of course, was the AD, Mike was the principal. It's a Friday afternoon, and a freshman volleyball position was just added that Monday night, I think, at the board meeting. And they needed a freshman volleyball coach, and I'd had experience coaching basketball and track at Champaign Central while I was in grad school for 3 years. And Dale said, John, we want you to coach volleyball. And I said, I'm not coaching volleyball. And Mike said, John, we really want you to coach volleyball. And I said, Mike, with all due respect, I'm not coaching volleyball. I don't know anything about volleyball. I've never played it. The closest thing I know about volleyball is I dated a girl once that was on the volleyball team. And Dale handed me a video. It was a Mike Ebert video, who was the coach at the University of Illinois at the time. He said, John, I want you to watch this over the weekend and come back Monday and let us know what you think. So I went home and did what I do on the weekends, and the video sat and collected dust, and I came back Monday, handed Mike and Dale the video, and I said, I'm not coaching volleyball. And Mike said, or Dale said, John, we don't normally make our first-year teachers coach, but congratulations, practice is right after school. First-year teacher, non-tenure, I didn't have a choice. And I was mad at both of them. In fact, I hated them at the time. And I walked into that first practice, and there were about 40 freshman girls that walked up to me with next to nothing on, and the first thing we did was went and put on t-shirts and shorts. Long story short, it was one of the greatest experiences in my coaching career. I didn't know it at the time, and reflecting back on my experience those 2 years at St. Joseph Ogden High School, Dale taught me a valuable lesson. And lesson number 1 was, don't ever be afraid to try new things. Lesson number 2 was always be a student of the game. Coaching volleyball made me be a student of the game, and I am forever grateful to Dale Doehring for making me coach volleyball. Dale served the IADA as a division representative and as a presider at the state conference for many years. He was a member of the IHSA Legislative Commission from 1992 to 2002 and earned the IADA Division 5 Meritorious Service Award in 2003. Dale was named the IADA Class A Division AD of the Year in 1991 and again in 1995, and was honored as the IADA Class A State AD of the Year in 1996. Something else you may not know about Dale Doehring is he put together an unbelievable staff at St. Joseph Ogden High School. In fact, as I count, I come up with 6 Hall of Fame coaches that were on the staff all at the same time, back when I was not a Hall of Fame coach and just a young, dumb coach at the time. But when I think about him, I think about a guy like Dick Duvall. Those of you that have ever been to the state football tournament or championships, you see Dick there about every other year. Jim Ackland, Gary Garrison, Jerry Hewardine, Randy Walken, and our own Mike Morris. All were coaches or are coaches under Dale Doehring. Dale spent a professional lifetime serving his student athletes and coaches, a career that earned him induction into the Illinois Athletic Directors Association Hall of Fame. And now I'd like you to listen to a few words from his former coach, Jim Ackland.
The first time I met Dale was as his assistant football coach. He was head football coach at the time. He was a big guy, big bear of a guy, kind of intimidating. But when you got to know him, he was very loyal to his coaching staff and would do just about anything for you. He was definitely old school. He gave this appearance as being very, very gruff and to the point. But by the same token, the coaching staff always knew exactly where we stood with him, and he did have a sense of humor. You could get him going a little bit. It was fun. It was fun to try to bring that side out of him. Well, Dale was interesting in that he had a lot of what we call Daleisms. He had a lot of catchphrases that he would utter under certain circumstances. The one that comes to mind for me was when he was feeling exasperated or frustrated, he would say, "Cheetah Badita." And we had this big discussion one time, former coaches and athletes, about what it was. So I finally picked up the phone and called him. And I said, "Well, what the heck does it mean?" He says, "It doesn't mean a dang thing." It was just something that he would say when he was frustrated. It's funny because I still catch myself saying it. And then I have to kind of smile afterwards. I say it to my own kids sometimes when I'm frustrated. Cheetah Badita comes out. So that's a Daleism that sticks with me. He would thank his family. He would thank Marie, and he would thank Kim, and he would thank Dirk. You know, one of the cruel ironies of being a coach like he was, and then AD for the number of years that he was, is that you're raising up everybody else's kids, and your family has to take a back seat. And I know for a fact that he appreciated his family, he appreciated his wife Marie, and he appreciated Kim, and he appreciated Dirk, and they're just great folks. And this is a great tribute to the whole family that has to make sacrifices if you're going to be a successful coach and athletic director. Absolutely.